I want to ask you a question about Zynga's new IPO and why it makes so much sense in the pattern that I see, which is friends into fans and customers, a three-tier level of partnerships. Because there's a lot of objections. A, that Zynga relies entirely on Facebook and Facebook could just chuck them. B, no one can understand why these baby boomer 48 and older men and women play these games on and on and on and spend their money, and that this can't last. What's interesting to me is that this fits right into the new media game model that I'm sort of outlining. So let me share my point of view from the pattern I see. Zynga came out with its games, Farmville, Cityville, and things like that. We all know about that. But what was interesting is let's take a look at the three partners involved and why it's important that all three collaborate, that they really can't live without each other. Number one is obviously Facebook is the big partner, and that's where I put in the friends, the people who are building the network, the distribution. Now, Facebook has huge distribution, 700 million plus users. That's the friends. Now, how do we turn them into fans? That's where Zynga comes in. Zynga acts as the middle person, creating the games and an immersive experience that allows people not only to get consumed, but what was really done is what Jesse Shell calls creating games without end, where they play and they play. It's not like what gamers do. And what's funny is it's striking a generation that is not driven by games. It's the generation, the baby boomers, right before Gen X, who really learned and got the best games. It's not that there aren't boomers who don't have video games, but it's not in their DNA like it is in Gen X and much later. Now it's just everyone plays games. They're bigger than movies. So the key is friends to fans. Zynga created the fans, the experience that gets them to come back again and again and again. And that's the key. What they developed was value. Virtual currency that to me and you who don't play Cityville or Farmville might not really make up much. But hey, I don't play Halo and I don't ridicule those people. I don't play a lot of games. And those gamers sit there for hours and hours and hours. Now, they don't spend money. I mean, obviously they buy the games. These users, because the game has no end, and because it really is a multiple player game going on live, it is something that they come back to. It's become their entertainment. And while you wonder, how can this person afford it? It's probably the same person who can go, take a New Zealand vacation for fly fishing. It's entertainment, folks. And what's really interesting is the friends and the fans and customers. Friends, the distribution is provided by Facebook. Fans, the immersive, continual, repetitive social experience is provided by Zynga. But here's the real key. After that comes the magic offer wall. Offer walls that have been around in affiliate marketing for many, many, many years in all the rewards programs. But what's really cool is the virtual currency that Zynga created by creating games that people wanted to get currency. And they can spend their own money. But they don't, because spending real money to get virtual currency doesn't connect logically in people's minds. Even in the boomers, the audience that has been, through Zynga's IPO and reading some research, has been positioned as their prime audience is really a 45 and sort of older audience. So those people look at that and sure, they're going to fill out an American Express card form or a Netflix subscription or all the other offers on the wall. That turns them into customers. Lead generation primarily. Lead generation funding. The whole thing. So there's three partners. There's the distributor, big old Facebook. No one's going to get that big in social. There's Zynga, who creates the experience, which brings them back. Without the experience, Facebook would have to be throwing ads. But what the experience creates is the value of virtual currency. And you can't sit there. If you go to Europe or Asia, especially Asia, virtual currency is in their DNA. They use it. They practice way more. The U.S. is in such the dark ages about this, and it's changing. And that's why most people don't get it. They're used to the old way of the internet. And the old way is coming in the offer wall. The old traditional affiliate and performance marketing offers based on lead generation, free trials, things where people perceive they don't have to pay, but continuity programs that hit their credit card again and again. So that's really what I see here is a three-tier level of partnerships. And let's look at the objections. One, is Facebook going to eliminate Zynga? Why? Zynga's 10% of their overall revenue. That's really good for them. It's great for Zynga, but they can't do what Zynga does, and they get paid 30% at the end of the day. Those are Google margins. And they don't, quote-unquote, have to do anything extra. Zynga does the work creating the fans, the experience. So you take the distributor and then you create the content, the rich experience, and the value of virtual currency. that people will exchange for real money. That's where most people are missing it. And that value is monetized finally into customers by the traditional old school internet marketers who have the offers, who know how to follow up, and who pays Zynga, who then pays Facebook, and you have 3 levels, 3 tiers of partnerships. It's the new performance marketing, folks. Why we don't get it is because they invented it, and we're all trying to put ads on Facebook instead of creating value and currency and monetizing it, creating in social media a repetitive, repeat, immersive experience that makes them want to exchange their exchange of time and money for virtual currency so that they earn status in a game that never ends. My name's Declan and I'm Dunn. I want to know what you think. Zynga's new IPO and Facebook, will they be eliminated? I don't think so, because they provide more value to the user, and users can go to other games, but guys, people get hooked on games. That's why they play them again and again and again.